Thanks so much. Lovely being here. My name is Gautam. I am an architect, and what I am here to talk about is primarily the changing face of design technology, something that has been extremely close to my heart, a topic that's been extremely close to my heart as a student of architecture, as an aspiring architect, as a professional practicing architect, as an architect who moved away from creative design and did masters in construction management, but we'll talk about that. We're going to be discussing a lot of virtual reality. That's the latest venture that I have put together, and we are trying to make some sense around virtual reality finally. But before I go any further, how many, architect or not, how many of us today have personally experienced virtual reality? Nice. 3 years back when I started this venture, I used to get only one or two hands up in the air, So we've made a huge, the technology has actually progressed since it was being talked about. But for those who have not personally experienced virtual reality and design professionals at that, I have a quick video.
If you want to make stuff, these are pretty good, but these are way better. Kevin Kelly has said that interacting with computers using only buttons is like dancing with only your fingertips. The process of getting ideas out of your head and onto the screen is really hard. Nothing is more frustrating as a creator than when the computer gets in your way. Getting that model, animation, or song just right can be a pain. Now, don't get me wrong, computers are an amazing tool for creativity. The internet democratized publishing, and we got blogs and social media. Cheap video cameras and iMovie democratized filmmaking, and we got YouTube. More people are creating than ever before. But I think this is just the beginning. Every creative field today is going to be impacted by VR. Animation, architecture, filmmaking, music production, journalism, you name it. Pretty soon, creating on a computer is going to feel more effortless than it's ever been before.
Yep. So creating on the computer is going to be more effortless than it's ever been before. I've been around working as an architect for over 2 decades. I realized early that creative pursuit was not for me. I did my master's in construction management. I actually started dabbling with virtual reality as early as the mid-1990s when I was still a student of architecture. Before I go on to the next slide, just wanted to ask those who know about virtual reality in the audience, any guesses when virtual reality, since when it has been around? Early 90s? So the first real dabble with virtual reality happened way back in 1962 by a guy named Martin Hillig, and he created what was called the Sensorama. So this was this huge seat which had experiential stuff happening, and a far superior version to the bioscope that we were all used to as kids. I'm also somewhere between the 1982 timestamp and the 1994 timestamp that you see here. Something significant happened in our profession of design, in architecture in particular. Anybody wants to guess what that was? Well, yeah, sort of. So it started making its presence. In 1982, Autodesk actually demoed AutoCAD for the first time. And the world changed. This brings me to a story. 1991, when I was the first year student of architecture, I was at my friend's father's office. He was one of the renowned architects in Ahmedabad, and he had in his office the first PC that Partha spoke about in the panel. That we were excited students. We went to his office. We kind of asked him that, I particularly asked him that, Uncle, do you think the computer is going to change the way the architects are working these days? And he made a remark at that point in time saying that, well, good productivity tool, but the hand drawing ways are never going to go away. We are still going to be a very hand drawing oriented sort of a profession. I finished my master's in 2001, and when I came back to the country, you know what? No parallels, no set squares. The computer just had taken over totally. And I personally feel we are standing at that point of inflection in terms of immersive computing, and we'll talk about that. I mean, there are so many challenges that we face as a profession, and I really had to simplify this slide because if I would have started talking about challenges that our profession faces, I would have probably spent next couple of hours, maybe more. But to simplify the challenges that we face as a profession, for me, as a part of an international design firm, one of the biggest challenges that I faced was I never could explain the design intent to our clients clearly enough. So I had a global role. I was the global head for project management for this firm that I was a part of for a good 11 years. And most of the projects that once I finished them, my clients used to come back and say, hey, this is just not looking like what you promised me when you started out with those fancy pictures, And well, that was that. So our clients, despite all the technology available to me in that particular company, just did not understand what we were doing. Maybe I was just a poor communicator, but that was a challenge that I continue to face. For industry as fragmented as ours, we just cannot, the collaboration aspect of things, we have not been able to crack at all. And while technologies have still been kind of implemented from a design-based perspective, but the whole process of product selection still largely remains very physical in nature. The amount of wastage that we generate is not funny. And this is where we thought as a group at SmartViz that we will leverage virtual reality because it is immersive. Design happens around us. Design doesn't happen when we look at it that particular way. So why can't we let our clients also experience design the way it is supposed to eventually be to the real world scale? Let them navigate the environment that they're going to eventually be a part of, not through pictures, but maybe through a particular technology that is going to allow, firstly, us to experience our designs the way they will be, and then our clients who are actually paying the money to kind of procure the design. And some of the things that we've been able to achieve: quick resolution of things, better design understanding, and we managed to reduce cost because we managed to reduce the wastage that was being generated. We improved the client's perception, not just the clients. We talked about our consultants who are a part of the process, the contractors, the building product manufacturers, the suppliers. They understood what we were talking about and helped us make decisions better and faster. So where do we see, where do I, again, this is my personal opinion, not everybody has to agree, but I personally feel that with virtual reality, we can do better presentations because we are understanding our designs better. We are communicating designs to our clients better. Better design coordination, that is something that is close to every architect's heart. I really hope my project was coordinated better. We have been able to manage that with Trezi, and review designs better. And most effective byproduct of what we have been able to do was we reduced physical mockups. I am not saying that we will take away the mockups totally, but at least we can reduce it to a point where only what we need is what we are seeing, not just about anything that comes in our way. I've got a short video for all of you to just talk about Trezi in the next 30-40 seconds, what exactly Trezi does. Do have a look.
The building industry has been suffering from inefficient and ineffective design collaboration between architects, designers, their clients, and product manufacturers, since the current methods and tools have been inadequate to help them understand and experience design. This has led to delays in decision-making, project time, cost overruns, and a mismatch of design expectation and its impact. Since this medium is neither to scale nor immersive, other stakeholders often do not fully understand the design intent, leading to significant coordination and collaboration problems downstream. Architects are now starting to use 3D static panorama tours and walkthroughs on computer screens to improve design understanding. We experience design around us in entirety when we look around us. Yet when we review design, we look down at the floor plans or physical models. This needs to change. Introducing Trezi, a platform that allows better ways to communicate a designer's intent and enables ease of collaboration, which in turn improves the decision-making process, saving on valuable time and costs. Created by trusted and experienced architects and development partners, with a focus that is centered on the design needs of all stakeholders, in architectural and interior design. With a wide variety of material and design element libraries and manufacturer catalogs, Trezi makes search, discovery, and selection of building products much easier. Trezi brings together all stakeholders in the design process to work towards a common design goal, enabling faster and better decision-making. Trezi delivers a real-time, immersive, and interactive design experience that articulates the design intent to match the client's expectations. ultimately reducing time, cost spent, and scope of errors, help boost sales, and deliver increased client satisfaction to create greater business impact and profitability. It also empowers clients as partners in the design process through its fully immersive platform, transforming the design experience, communication, and collaboration in the AEC industry.
So that was Trezi. We would be demoing Trezi at the end of this session. Please feel free to come to the stage. Akash is here. He will help you through what Trezi does real time. Thank you so much, everyone.